Welcome to LettiSpeaks, where we turn pain into passion and find meaning through experience. Every day is a new day to find joy in the moment and live life abundantly. We speak and we listen and we don't take it lightly. Let's jump in and see what Spirit has to say. Welcome to tonight's reading. Tonight I feel like we are going to just delve into the energies and see what comes out. There's no subject we're going to go into. We're just going to leave it open to the energies tonight and see what comes out. See what needs to be said, see what is going to be helpful for those who would watch it. And so let's jump in. Thank you for stopping by. And if you are new, you are more than welcome to subscribe. I feel like you have been drawn here. It could possibly be something for you. I always am okay with you checking in with yourself, with your guides, with your higher source, just to see if this message is for you. If you find that it resonates and you enjoy the message, you are more than welcome to subscribe. If you are returning, thank you for stopping back by and allowing me to speak into your life. I don't take it lightly. And so there's a few ways that you can definitely support the channel by liking, sharing, of course subscribing if you haven't already, commenting. If you are interested in delving in a little bit deeper, you do have the opportunity to actually schedule a personal one-on-one reading for a reading that will be personal to you. There's a few different readings that I'm offering right now on my calendar. So if you click on the link down below, it'll take you to my scheduling page and show you what there is currently being offered. You are more than welcome to click on it and schedule a time. As a matter of fact, please do. I invite you to do that. I look forward to serving you and offering my services to you. The other way is if you feel led. I guess Spirit has definitely placed it on some hearts to possibly donate of your resources. If you feel led to do it, I'm open to that as well. There's a couple of ways that you can do that below. I do look forward to exploring 2024 with you even more. I just feel like this year is going to be a year like no other. There's just something about walking into this year that just feels different. It smells different. Yeah. From the inside out, my expectations are different, and I'm seeing things different than I ever have before. And part of what I do is to share that energy and invite others in to see outside of the physical, outside of the normal, outside of what you're used to, and see into the possibilities. Yeah, and so it delights me to be able to do that. And so With that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. I will be using several decks tonight. The first one is my Clarity deck. We'll start off and just tap in and see kind of what energies are present tonight. So I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, there's definitely something coming in right now, something that is very present right now that's shifting things, that's causing a change. This does point to the possibility that it could be a difficult change that's coming in right now. Nevertheless, it is a change. It could be very well shifting your circumstances in life. It could even be shifting the way that you think about your circumstances. This type of change is the type of change that is not necessarily one that you would welcome in. It's one that would come in and shift things, because otherwise things may in fact stay the same. And so there may in fact be something changing in your circumstances. And I feel like this change, though it might feel a little challenging or difficult, it's actually going to shed a light on some things. Right now, there may be kind of the energy of feeling scattered, and all over the place. Not quite sure what's up. This energy may in fact have you very much on edge, feeling like you're on pins and needles. 555 may definitely be significant. Again, change is coming in very heavily. Things may very well even seem like they're at a standstill right now. But even more than that, I get the feel that what's happening right now is almost like a gateway to something else. It's almost like a transition, if I can say that. I'm getting change very heavy. So right now, things are most definitely changing. And this type of change is the type of change that causes a total overhaul. The change in the way you think, a change in the way you do things, a change in how you see things. even a physical change, maybe a change in your body, a change in your environment. Um, oops. Mm-hmm. Again, the energy of feeling really scattered with the Five of Wands. Maybe not quite sure what to do. You could be feeling right now like you're kind of going around in circles trying to make sense of it, or not able to move at all, wanting to move but not able to move in the way that you desire to move. And so that could be causing lots of friction in your circumstance, possibly in everyone involved with you. There could be lots of friction. I'm getting to that there could be even talk about what's going on. But right now, I sense that this is a time and a season where there could be a leading of spirit kind of asking you or leading you to release anything that is identified with ego, right? It's a time to really relax and allow. One of the hardest things to do when a transition or a change is coming in, a transformation, one of the hardest things to do is to resist it. And that's because when you resist it, and it's a change that most definitely is in progress, it's taking place, it causes it to be that much more difficult. And so Spirit could be asking you to just release, just let it happen. Don't try to control it. Don't try to get ahead of it, is what I'm hearing. Just allow it to happen. Because on the other side of this threshold of change is a different perspective, a different way. I'm hearing crossing through the threshold is going to be a whole new place, a whole new energy. And that's what's happening right now. You stand in the threshold of change. And it may not always make sense. May not always feel good. It may not always be a speedy process. One of the other obstacles of change is trying to rush through it. But I'm hearing Spirit say this kind of change, you can't rush through it. You have to allow it to do its due diligence. Allow it to take its course. And so just relax is what I'm hearing. Just relax. We have the Two of Cups and the Queen of Wands. On the inside of you right now is this very fiery passion that's waiting to be unleashed. I also feel this intensely high sense of attraction as well. You could be feeling I'm almost getting the energy of mating season. You know how the energy changes during mating season for both of the and I'm thinking feminine and masculine for both sides of that scale. Like the energy changes. Like the feminine in the receiving mode is more open, is more attractive. The feminine is more sensitive, more receptive, right? There's almost like a distinctive smell, a distinctive glow that is put into the air, like a signal being put out. And it's the same for the masculine. There's almost like this energy of rival and sportsmanship, this energy of competitiveness, and almost a little bit aggressive as well. You know, it's very pursuing energy, right? It's almost like that kind of energy I'm feeling that's happening on the inside, that you may be feeling mentally or actually seeing yourself in this energy right now, which is very interesting in light of the change that's taking place. And if it's not in regards to like coming together, like mating season, this could be kind of like the energy of opening season for business, right? Say the market opens, you know, and it's almost like the energy of being prepared to go out and get what you want, you know, or being prepared if you have something of value to display or offer what it is that you have, right? It's that kind of energy. And so in spite of the change that's taking place right now, you still remain in a very rather inspiring energy. And it may in fact be wanting whatever is happening to hurry up and take place and be over with so that you can continue with what it is that you have on your agenda, right? It's almost the energy like no matter what's happening right now, what I have planned is still going to happen. So let's hurry up and get through this so we can move to the next stage, right? It's almost like the energy of knowing in spite of what's happening, there is still the opportunity, the possibilities to do everything that you set out to do in the beginning. Or still the opportunity to connect, right? And put in place plans or make connections that are going to assist in this process that you're moving towards. So I sense a very high level, in spite of the change that's taking place, in spite of the restrictions that may be in place right now, in spite of anything that is currently shifting or at a stalemate place, on underneath that is this vibrant energy. This vibrant energy, almost like I feel like it's ready to explode, right? I feel like that's what's being felt on the inside right now. But for some reason, it hasn't come to the surface. This is what's felt on the inside of you. It's almost like there's something that's very fiery, passionate, that's very energized, ready to move, but for some reason it has not either had the opportunity or it's being blocked right now. It hasn't had the opportunity or it just hasn't come to the surface as of yet. But I'm feeling this is what is being felt. What is being felt underneath everything that's being seen right now. Even leading up to this day, recently, I felt the energy of just really knowing that giving up is not an option. You've been really strong, resilient, definitely using what it is that you are going through or experiencing, using it to your advantage, almost like allowing it to actually be valuable lessons or even stools to help you stand up a little bit higher. I'm getting someone standing up on stools and just taking the stools that were kind of placed to block a pathway and using them to actually build a set of stairs to step and climb up on. And being very careful how you sit them up. It's a very balanced structure. Being very careful So over the past even few weeks leading up until now, you've moved very carefully. And you've shown a great deal of wisdom, like with how you are dealing with things. You can definitely be someone who prays, someone who has a connection. Someone who has a high level of faith. Like there's something that you are definitely clinging and believing in beyond yourself. And that's actually what has strengthened you and what has kept you strong and kept you above water during difficult times. It's your belief, your faith, whatever that is. And that's what keeps you believing. That's what keeps you getting up when difficult times come. So for the past 2 weeks or so, maybe even the last couple of days, but definitely the last couple of weeks, you've had to tap into that sense of faith and belief about something that, whatever this is that's happening right now, this change. You've remained positive, you've been patient. You may have even been in a position to continue to be of assistance to others. There may not even be any sign that there is any struggle or that there is anything that's actually changing. Because you carry on so well. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. And it looks, again, like from the outside looking in, all people see is favor. All people see is luck and how things always just work out for you. It just seems to work out. The Wheel of Fortune is really the energy of kind of like things, turning in your favor. And it's the energy of everything coming together to benefit you. I feel like this particular Wheel of Fortune, the karma is actually good karma. It's things working out for you. You know, things really always shifting to benefit you one way or the other. Things always balancing out. Even if it seems a little rocky at times, they always tend to land. And I'm seeing a cat. I don't know why I'm seeing a cat. Falling from a higher distance and landing on its feet. Like it's twisting as it's falling down, but once it hits the ground, it lands square on its feet. Right? So no matter what happens or how shifty things get, they always seem to just work out in your favor. Matter of fact, things seem to actually work out better when it's all said and done. And I hear Spirit saying that this is pretty much the same. This change that's happening right now, it's the same. It's going to work out in your favor. But as people are looking at you, they don't see a struggle. There may be a struggle, but there's no struggle seen on the outside. All people see is how things just tend to fall in place. And everything that you seem to put your hands to is successful. This card is actually very glitzy. It's very sparkly. Like everything that you touch turns to gold, right? It's that kind of energy. It's like the Midas touch. And so from the outside looking in, people rarely see any struggle. From the outside looking in, you carry it well, very balanced. And I would even go so far to say as it's not just you, but it's the support that you have in the spirit realm. In the next 2 to 4 weeks, as you come out of this shift, as I was saying, when it's all said and done, it's almost like you're going to be in a new energy, in a new space, physically and or mentally. In the next 2 to 4 weeks, it may even be sooner than that, there is going to be the opportunity to move forward into a new space, new job, new relationship, start a new project. It's something that's going to take you into a whole new direction. And that may land you in a position to have to make specific choices as well on what you will prioritize or what you will sit down or what you would be willing to share. Whether or not you would be willing to collaborate, right? Definitely choices will be presented when you come out on the other side of this change. So moving forward, this may even be you prioritizing yourself. This may even be you going out and finally allowing yourself to just go after what it is that you want. What it is that you have wanted to do or create. This is definitely inspirational energy. It's almost like wanting to go do something. There's something that you've always wanted to do. When you come out of this change, you're going to free yourself to go and do that. This change may lead to how can I say it? Sometimes when we choose ourselves, it does that. For others, looks like you rejecting them, right? Sometimes when we choose ourselves, it's not necessarily rejecting anyone else, but it's basically choosing ourselves. But I sense here, when you decide to step out into this new space, and you will, that there will be a bit of disappointment. And that disappointment may be felt by you. It may be felt by others when you choose yourself. But I do sense that here with the Fool, with this new direction that you'll be taking, this new opportunity that you will say yes to. I get the sense that this could have also, it could be something that's a little bit mystical. I'm getting that energy. There's something mystical about this decision that you'll be making. I don't know if that's because you are feeling like it's a little mystical, or if it's actually something mystical. I can't really tell the difference, but I'm hearing that. For some, I'm definitely getting the energy of love very strongly here. Whether this is you choosing yourself over love, or choosing something else over another opportunity with love with someone. That may very well be the choice. Is I could be talking to someone who has envisioned having their cake and eat it too, but sometimes we come to a point where we reach a fork in the road. That's what I'm seeing, a fork in the road. With this, you won't be able to have your cake and eat it too. You're going to have to choose. And I hear Spirit saying part of the choice is going to stem from you looking back at your experience. Looking back at your experience and really taking a look, a hard look, to decide what will be the best course of action. As you weigh your experience of the past with where it is that you want to go. This is a moment of clarity. In the next 2 to 4 weeks, and I'm sensing for someone, you may end up just having the companion of maybe a smaller animal. It could be a smaller dog that may end up being the companion that you end up with as you move forward in this next part of your journey. Right now, you're feeling like you are more than capable of making these hard decisions coming forward. You may not even see a struggle in determining what it is that you need to do. I feel like right now you feel very confident in your ability to make the right decision. You may, in fact, not even have to deliberate on this choice that you'll have coming up really soon here. It may be something that you already intrinsically know. You may very well realize that you're ready for something new. You're ready for that kind of challenge. And you may be very well willing to make that choice, even if it means moving forward in a way that you had not originally intended. So for someone, you originally saw yourself moving forward with someone, with a group, with something different here, but you may very well be choosing to move forward alone as you move forward into this next season. And it's not something sad. I see this as something that's very convenient for you. This is something that causes you to rise in your wisdom, in your element. So yes, you are going to choose yourself, no matter what the cost. As a matter of fact, there is a deeper knowing that you must choose yourself in this. There's actually no other right answer. This is a deeper knowing that you feel right now. And you feel very capable. Right now, everything around you with the King of Pentacles is set up for you to do just that. To take your time and not be rushed. To sit back and deliberate on what's going to be best. Right? This is not a race. No one's rushing you. You have all the time in the world to make the very best choice. Right? It's very relaxed energy. It's very confident energy. I don't feel pressured energy here in your environment. Like everything has been structured for this moment for you. This moment is for you to work through anything that would arise in this moment so that you can reach the level of clarity that you need to move forward. This moment is for you. To search out and tear apart and dissect. This is the environment that you're in. It's very supportive of this energy. Just like the ground, when you walk on it, I'm hearing, it supports you. And it holds you up. And it provides the structure and the foundation that allows you to move from place to place. That's the type of environment that you're in. Actually, the environment I feel like is very stable. If you would recognize it, it's very stable. You actually are controlling and setting the energy for the environment. And so if you are calm and stable and grounded, then the environment reflects that. You set the mood. But I'm seeing that the environment is actually pretentious, right? To provide this kind of atmosphere for you. To do whatever it is that you need to do in this time. If it's taking a moment to reflect, you are supported. If it's moving forward into the next space, right? And gathering things that's needed to support that, you are supported. It's secure. The environment that you're in may actually be one that's very prominent as well. You may actually be in a very resourceful environment right now. So this being the current environment, if this is what's changing, because in the beginning I did see a change and the physical aspect was part of that change. So you could either be moving away from this environment, or this could actually be shifting you into this environment. Either way, I'm seeing this environment, whether it's coming or going during this shift. Something is changing about the environment. You're seeing something very different about your environment, something shifting with how you see it. Yeah. As good as it may be with the star here, you hope for something different. There is a inner yearning for something different. When it comes to your future. I feel like there's more that's desired. You may want to see more. You may want to do more. You want to be free in a way that you possibly have not had an opportunity to experience. In many ways, you may feel stuck or bound to where you are right now. And it's not to say that where you are right now is not good. I mean, it's how you are perceiving it, how you are experiencing it, and weighing it against your most precious dreams, your most precious desires. You realize that there's more to be seen, there's more to be experienced. So this reading is really about this desire for success and peace and harmony and stability, happiness, and this level of contentment for life, whether it's talking about your home or whether it's talking about you being able to express out towards the world, right? This is the overtone of your life. This reading is about you reaching towards happiness. Before it's all said and done. The Four of Wands is really talking about preparing a place that you can design and, create as your safe haven. And being surrounded with like-minded people that will celebrate with you, that will not only celebrate with you, but that will help you achieve this goal. People that you can celebrate with. and the Lovers. Spirit says you will have it. Not only on the outside, but you will have that from the inside. You will give that to yourself. And because you're willing to give that to yourself, you will attract that outside of yourself. And so this is going to be a celebration in duality, both in your inner life and in your outer life. Both of them will be reigning in the same frequency of contentment and joy. And I'm hearing safe space. So what's happening right now is just a segue. It may not feel like it. It may not look like it, but it is a segue that moves you closer to where it is that you will end up when it's all said and done, which is going to be the epitome of what you desire for your happiness. The Four of Wands is also representative of the number 1111, which signifies that you are headed in the right direction. And not only are you headed in the right direction, but you should keep going. You should keep going. And if you do, you're going to get it. That's what I hear Spirit saying. So no matter what is happening right now or how difficult or uncomfortable things may seem right now, this is for you. Yeah, this is for you. One thing that I've come to recognize is that it's not really about getting to the destination as much as it is about enjoying the journey. Getting to the destination is only part of the reward. The other reward is understanding more about yourself as you're getting there, as you're working your way towards whatever that promise is, as you are exploring and discovering parts of yourself that you would not have been able to discover apart from experiencing the journey. having the courage to do what must be done, and knowing when to retreat, when to release, understanding when something is beyond you, and trusting that it's all working for your behalf. Yeah. So for someone, there's a change that you're going through right now. Which is not strange at all, because we're always moving and growing. As a matter of fact, many times Spirit will bring in a little bit of unease or disruption just to keep you moving, so you don't get too comfortable. And so what's happening right now, though it may not feel comfortable, it may not feel good, it's most definitely working in your favor. And so be encouraged about this, okay? Any last messages for my viewer? Any last messages for my viewer? So I have the Three of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Moon. So keep working hard and diligently. I'm hearing Spirit say that you are definitely being seen as being a hard worker. People are noticing. So keep working hard, keep being open and willing to work through the differences. Also, with working hard, it's important to try to stay open-minded, to see the whole picture. Try to move beyond anything that would represent the imbalance of seeing everything through the ego. Right? Try to see things from a balanced perspective. And when you do, then you position yourself to be more effective as you strategize. I also hear Spirit saying, hold your ground, right? Stand your ground. Know what you believe in and stand for it. And for whatever it is that you would be wanting and waiting for, be willing to wait. Don't get tired, but stand. And don't take anything less than you feel you are deserving of. Lastly, a lot of illusions will come, right? And so Spirit is asking you to stay in touch with your emotions. Keep your emotions in check. Stay in touch with yourself. And the way to do that is listen to your intuition. Don't ignore yourself, your body, your heart, right? Stay in tune and stay connected to things that you love to do too. Those are key ways to stay balanced in your emotions, is allowing creativity to flow from you. Provide a venue for creativity to flow from you. Especially in times where emotions are high. Allow that to be your outlet. To help keep yourself balanced in that way. And again, listen to your intuition. Listen to yourself. And trust. There's so many things in society today that programs us to trust everything and everyone besides ourselves. We're supposed to trust doctors when they tell us, oh, we're okay, and we go home with the same pain in our back or in our chest. We know it's not okay, but because the doctor said it's okay, we're supposed to trust it and hope that everything works out. Well, your intuition is telling you everything is not okay. Little things like that. Spirit is saying to trust yourself, right? Listen to your intuition. Even if it goes against the grain. One of the hardest and most unforgiving things that we can do to ourselves is shut off our intuition so that we can be guided in error, or shut off our intuition so that we can be guided against ourselves even, right? A lot of healing has to be put in to reverse that type of damage. I'd rather be wrong by trusting my own intuition than turn against myself in order to trust someone else, you know. So you're being guided to just trust your intuition, trust yourself. Take moments to stop and in tune with yourself. To stay in tune, with yourself. And so that's the advice for tonight. On the bottom we have the Ace of Swords. Just constantly rising above adversity, constantly healing when the opportunity presents itself, being inspired, being open to be awakened to new things that present themselves, right? No, there is nothing new under the sun, but we are introduced to new things every day. We don't know it all. Every last one of us will pass from this existence not knowing it all, right? It's impossible to know it all. And so we're constantly learning new things. And so be open to that kind of clarity, to truths, to awakenings coming towards you. With the Five of Swords, avoid useless arguing and disputes, right? Avoid that. Yeah. And so I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for stopping by for this spur of the moment reading. Until next time,